Hello everyone, it is Ann here with Stamp with Ann, and I'm excited to be with you today. I'm just checking everything to make sure my connection is good. Bear with me as I haven't done this in a while and needed to make sure that it all worked. If you're joining me, say hi. I would love to for you to say hello. This has been one of my goals, is to create, start back up with Facebook Lives. And if you're on and can see me, let me know. I'm not sure if I'm the right way, not the right way. I think on my computer I'm looking like I'm sideways. All right. Let's, maybe there is a way to fix this. I look okay. Am I sideways? Can someone tell me if I'm sideways on their side of the view? I see I'm sideways on my computer. On my laptop. I think it has something to do with Facebook too. I know a lot of my friends had to switch the way they were doing things. We might be sideways today. I'll figure it out. Anyways, we're gonna roll with it. So thank you for joining me today. This has been one of my goals, to get back into Facebook Live. And my goal is to go weekly. And now that I'm home for the next 3 weeks, it might be more often than that. And what a better way to learn by doing it. So if you're here, say hi. See if I can see some comments coming up. If anyone's comments are on. All right. We're going to roll with it, and then I will figure out everything else later. Or I might try ending it and restarting it again. I'm going to end it and restart it again. Give me a minute. You know what? We're just going to roll with it. That's okay. I'll figure it out later. So I want to show you today a card that we will be creating. It's called Rise and Shine. And it is showcasing this stamp set that is one of our Sale-A-Bration stamp sets. So it is a great stamp set. I love it. Let's hang out soon. You've got this, but first we either need coffee or tea. Make today amazing and rise and shine. And I think with the world that is happening right now and things going on, we can all use a little bit of extra love. I know we're social distancing and we can't really see our friends, but we have social media, and what a great way to connect through Facebook Lives or FaceTiming, and just checking in and saying hi and seeing how people are going. I know my goal is to be more present on my social medias by sharing inspiration with you guys, and by sending more cards in the mail, because who couldn't use a little bit of love in the mail right now? So this stamp set is one that you can earn with a $60 order during Sale-A-Bration. So if you're new to Stampin' Up has a big promotion every year, and it's called Sale-A-Bration. This Sale-A-Bration goes from January to the end of March, so we're on to March 31st. And when you place a $60 order, the little icon 60 here, you can earn a free product. And if you place a $120 order, which is what I'm showing you today, if I can find it. Nope, I skipped a page. You can earn that for free. So this is a $120 order. You can earn this stamp set for free. So the project I'm sharing with you today is the one that I am creating right here. I actually cased it right from the catalog. When I create a new product, I tend to go see what the amazing concept artist does at Stampin' Up and usually case from there. I tend to case a few projects, and then that gets my creative joes flowing, and then I can usually create my own after that. So this is the card we are making today, but I wanted to show you the neat thing about this. This is a reversible stamp set. And you're probably thinking, what? A reversible stamp set? I've never heard of that, Anne. Well, it's a new line that Stampin' Up is selling. So you can see that these are dark edge. That means you can either have a right-handed cup or a left-handed cup, and I will show you that when we're stamping. So anything that has the darker gray, that means it is a reversible stamp. The reversible stamps are a little thicker, And you need to clean them before you stamp the other. So if you want to stamp this image first, I would recommend cleaning and then going to this next image, which will help. The neat thing about this, that it does coordinate with these dies. This is a cup of Christmas dies. These were in our holiday catalog 2019 and they've carried over. You can still purchase them. They were available for sale on our online store. Which is a great set because this coordinates. So as you can see, this, you could stamp this and die cut it out. And then you could stamp this cup and die cut it out. Or you can stamp this tag and die cut it out. So that's the thing about this. A lot of people don't like to fussy cut. They just like to cut, to stamp and have clean images and clean cuts. So this is a great way. You're going to stamp it and then cut it out with a die cutting machine that you have at home. So we are going to get started. As I said, we're using the Rise and Shine. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will figure this Facebook thing out. I think Facebook changed some of their things, so bear with me. I know I'm sideways, but we'll just roll with it. So this is a card we're making today. It says, you've got this, but first coffee, or you could say you've got this, but first tea. So I'm going to share that project with you today. I actually already have the supplies cut out because this was one of the projects that we made at our downline meeting this past month. Every month at our downline meeting, we showcase 2 projects around a bundle or a suite. And this month we chose to do the new Sale-A-Bration release items, so items that were available in this catalog, and we showed our teams what we can do with them. So I have a leftover kit, and I thought what a great way to show and stamp with you. So our colors are Smoky Slate, Whisper White, and Crush Curve, Poppy Parade, and Blushing Bride. So we are going to get started. Let me just move some stuff out of my way. All right, so our first piece is our Smoky Slate, and it is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. We are going to use our handy mat. Let's move my pieces over. So as I said to you, this is a photo palmer stamp. So just when you open the case, the neat thing about this, Stampin' Up! Has put in the images for you on here. I've heard people say they put sticky 2-way tape and sticked it down so they know exactly where they go. I tend to just let mine roll around because that's how it goes. So I'm looking for these 2 pieces. And as you can see, I'll try to pull it up as you can see it, but these are actually a little thicker stamp sets than our ordinary stamp sets, which that is the reversible part of it. So you can stamp on one side and cut on you can stamp one side and do the other. So I am just going to actually stick these 2 together like that, where it is a photo palmer, which means that it's clear so you can see through it. And what we're going to do is we're randomly going to stamp on the back. We are using the Smoky Slate stamp set, and I'm going to ink it up, and I'm just randomly going to stamp on and off my paper. I'm just giving it a background. I feel with what is happening in our world right now, we need to find things that distract us from the social media because you can really be caught up in it. And I find that I have been coming into my craft room stamping more these last few days and working on things in my business that I wanted to do. So that is a good thing. One of the things, like I said earlier, is reintroducing Facebook Live. So I'm excited to do that with you guys. And I promise next time we'll be straight. Okay, so this is the designer series paper called Follow Your Heart. So I believe it is, let me just get the measurements out here for you. I believe it's 3 by 4. So it is 3 by 4 1/4. And we are going to glue that down. Let me get out the tape under here. What are you doing these days? If you're a person who has time off due to the shutdowns, what are you doing? Are you trying anything new, or are you just hanging out? I've been walking. I've been trying new recipes. I've in my studio. I've been doing a lot of things. So we're gonna bring in this white piece, and I will give you that measurement. It is 2.5 by 4 inches, so 2.5 inches by 4. So we are going to stamp our cup in, I should bring this card back in so you can see. We're gonna stamp our cup in, can't think of the color, Blushing Bride. So as I wanted to show you, just this is a little tip. If you want your cup to stamp this way, make sure your handle's facing to the left. If you want your cup handle to be facing left, you're going to want to make sure that your cup handle is facing to the right. So just remember, like, you're stamping backwards, so whatever way you put your cup on is the way it's going to be opposite of what you have. So right now, I want my cup to be facing, the handle facing the right, so on my block, it's going to face left. We're using Blushing Bride. So let's pull that in. I'm just going to move this out of my way just so I don't ink on it. It is a photo polymer once again, so you want to make sure that your has a mat under you. Give it a little bit of a rock, and I'll give it a good solid image. All right, now we're going to want some steam. Funny that I really like this set, but I have to admit to you, I'm not a coffee or a tea drinker. I am a hot chocolate drinker. I am slowly trying to start to drink tea, hot tea. I do like cold teas, but not hot teas. I'm learning. All right, so we're gonna stamp the steam, and I'm stamping that in Smoky Slate. Put that down. And then I'm going to, okay, so we're done with that. We're gonna pop that up. So we're gonna add some dimensionals. And I am trying to use up dimensionals that I have here, so little pieces. All right, let's put this out of my way. Bring my card back in. Oh, I can't get it off. It's sticking to my fingers. All right. So we're just gonna put that off to the side. I popped it up. Now, I've already die cutted. I've stamped this tag image in Daffodil Delight, so I've already done that. So we can put that on too. Let me grab my scissors. Little tip, don't waste the ends around your dimensionals. Use the edges because they make great extra adhesives for you. You want to save all the little bits and pieces. So I'm just going to pull this tag off here to the side. I've also cut out a little bow, and that was done in Poppy Parade. So let's see if I can pop this piece out here. Oh, it doesn't want to come on. Okay. So as I said, I stamped that in Daffodil Delight, and then I used my die cutting machine and the die and cut it out. And then what I did was I used this die and my die cutting machine and Poppy Parade and cut that out for a little bow. So I'm just going to add a glue dot. I'll put it here. All right. I'll put that off to the side for a minute. I'll bring in my paper piercer again. So we're gonna stamp this label next. So what I've done is I've already cut this out. I've used the stitched rectangles, and we're gonna get the greeting. All right, bigger stamp. was that? So we are using the greeting that says, "You've got this," but first, I give you a tip. If you lay your block down like this and pick it up like this, you'll be sure to have your stamp straight and not crooked. All right, you've got this. We're gonna stamp that in Poppy Parade. All right, let me just clean it. Put my stamps out of the way so I can clean it after. And then I'm gonna put tea. I did do coffee on this, but I thought let's do tea. My daughter is now in university, and her courses are now online, so maybe I could give this to her with a little tea package that she could have some tea while she's working. She was not a tea drinker, and since she started university, she has been. So she does like her teas, so that'll be a fun card to give to her in a little bag of tea. All right, so first you've got this, but first tea. We'll just switch it up. That way you can see the different fonts on each. Let me just close that up. All right, let's move this out of my way. Bring in some dimensionals. Actually, I laid it flat. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a tip. As you can see here, this end will be dimensionaled up, and this end will be taped. That way it lays flat on your project and is not, doesn't get buckled or, so you're just gonna put that. Now I have a drawer somewhere, or am I all out? Do I have a white one? Yeah, I thought I had white ones. Oh, let's just bring in my cutter. Let's do a quick. You should always, as you're creating your cards, do your insides and stamp them. I tend not to stamp my insides because I like to leave it for when I'm ready to give it to a person. But my goal while I'm home is to create a drawer filled with insides, inserts. So this is 4 by 5 1/4. So I plan to do a whole bunch of white ones and put them into my drawer. I'm planning to do some reorganizing in my room and creating a lot. So I'm excited to be doing that. And it's also a good distraction to keep my mind off what is going on these days. So there you have it. There is our card. Now this one actually opens up this way, and this one opens up this way. Same card, just different style, different card layout. But I wanted to share that with you today. And I want to say thank you so much for stopping by and joining me on this Facebook Live. I'm excited to get back into doing these, and I hope that you will join me again in the future. I definitely will give you a heads up when I'm going live. I'm going to go live on my Stamp with Ann business page, and then I will share these in my private group that I have, and I will work on not being sideways next time. I think there's a trick that I have to do, and I will go back and read that from fellow demonstrators. But if you watched me, have any comments for me, I would love to hear them. And thank you so much. Stay safe, enjoy some downtime, and practice that social distancing, and we will get through this. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.